I want to welcome all of you once again, and just to say thank you for attending this call. And my name is Elijah Kitinga. I'm on this call from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm a very excited lifestyle advisor in our company, and I have the honor to be your host today. You know what? I just want to tell you we have somebody very special who is going to be our leader, or the person who is going to facilitate this call. And I just want to let you know, let me just tell you who this person is in a short while. And as the numbers are getting in very fast, I'm so happy that you are just at the right time, at the right place. And here we are. Thank you so much. So just allow me to introduce to you our very special guest today. Her name is Drusilla Bakshi from Pickering, Canada. She became a partner with Opulence Global after she was introduced to this opportunity by a co-worker from her previous job in the year 2017. At the time, she was struggling for time and financial freedom for herself and her two young daughters. After discovering the safety net for generational wealth, Drusilla quickly launched her business and started to pursue her passion for fashion, her love for health, and her desire for beauty as a lifestyle advisor. To date, Drusilla is an LD1 and an Opulence, yes, she is an LD1, you heard it right, and an Opulence presenter, and has been building her business globally by sharing with others how to live a healthier and chic lifestyle while achieving generational wealth. Her powerful testimonials and the personal development pathways that Opulence Global offers are what inspire her to grow her business globally. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's welcome Drusilla Bakshi. Thank you so much, Drusilla. Take it up.
Wonderful, Elijah. Thank you so much for that warm introduction. I absolutely appreciate it. I would just like to remind you to record the call. I tried to record it, but I'm not host. So if you can record the call, that'll be great. And in the meantime, I'm getting allowed to share screen, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Elijah did an amazing, amazing job introducing me, so I don't need to say anything more. I would just like to welcome you. Show me how you're feeling. How's the energy? How are you feeling this morning, this night, whatever time it is that you're tuning in the meantime? Let's get some energy in the chat, some love. And Elijah, I would like if you can give me permission to share my screen so we can get the training started. And then we'll take it from there. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Please continue to share and remind your team, remind your guests, if you're expecting any guests, remind them the call is starting right now. A lot of times, sometimes people tune in halfway and they miss, the first half of what is very, very important to the call. I see the call, everyone is tuning in now, and it's just 2 minutes after 10. So we will get started. Let me just, Elijah, I can't, it says I'm disabled, I can't share. So if you allow me permission to, when you go into panelists, you click on my name, it'll allow you to give me co-host so I can share. It's always amazing. I see we have so many countries and territories tuning in. Of course, we have our home, which is Toronto, is always on the call, Winnipeg. Welcome, welcome. We have South Africa. Wonderful. USA, Israel, amazing. You have Alberta on the call.
Yes, you're okay now. You can share. Thank you.
All good. All right. So let's get my screen up and ready and going. And Elijah, just for confirmation, can you see my screen clearly and can you hear me clearly?
Exactly. Thank you. It's
Wonderful.
very clear.
Yes.
Thank
All
you.
right. Again, thank you so much, Elijah. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on the call. And who is ready to become a qualified host, a qualified trainer, qualified presenter? This will be the training for you. If there's something that you always wanted to try when it comes to one of these topics, and you weren't sure how that you would do it, this is the training for you. I know I was there, that I always wanted to do it, and I was so nervous about it, but you know what? I jumped right in, and here we are today. So welcome to Opulence Global Training this morning, where we're training as a host club for a QP, a QT, and a QT program. And this is the partner's guide. So let's get started, everyone. All right, so we have the host club, and I love the badges that our company puts out. They have a badge for, basically every rank that you have in the company, and I love it. So this program is designed to develop rising stars, right? Have you ever been a rising star in anything that you did in life, right? It could be your job. It could be maybe something else that you were doing. Isn't it nice that we have the opportunity here to become rising stars? So new partners and potential leaders can get into a habit of presenting the business opportunity when it comes to corporate calls. So we have our monthly corporate calls, our weekly corporate calls, actually, that you can get it and you can host these calls where it's a great opportunity. You're getting to host the CEO, you're getting to host SVP, top leaders in the company. So it's actually quite amazing. It's lots of fun. I know for me, speaking from experience, it's a lot of fun to be able to host corporate. So we have the host club overview. You are a representative of corporate for the month. What does that mean? That means different things. So what I'll do, I'll read out first, and then I'll go back as to explain all the details of what you're seeing here today and what you will be experiencing and learning. So I do hope that you have your pen and paper out and take notes. Be excited, be professional, be courteous and enthusiastic, right? I got on this call this morning. I wanted to make sure that I looked the part. I got up, make sure I give myself enough time to get ready. I'm not going to show up to host this call or to actually train on this call, with a hoodie on and, looking like I just crawled out of bed, right? So you want to make sure that you are being professional. You are representing a company here. You're not just representing yourself. So when you are doing these trainings, everyone is looking at you as the full company. They're not just looking that you're the one, it's just you, it's your presence, it's just your company, it's overall. So you have to put the time into yourself in order to present well. So be excited also. As I got on the call and I said, show me some love, show me the energy. How is your energy feeling? Are you excited to be on this call right now? Are you excited? Are you, really interested in what the topic is this morning? Again, dress professional, right? We are in a company where we're representing so much. We're fashion, health, beauty, personal care, right? If I want to show you a personal care, I'll be smiling a lot because I'll be showing you my teeth. My teeth is white. I have that pearly white smile. What does that represent? Our personal care, toothpaste. Of course, I'm wearing our designer jewelry, right? This is all that you can see. So I want to make sure that everything I'm doing, I am showing you that I am representing our amazing company. So again, be a product of the product, as I just said, right? You may be looking and listening to this call right now and thinking, okay, it could be great of the representation, right? What I'm saying, what I'm wearing. So it's always good to represent. Utilize your virtual background. We have backgrounds where we can either put up our banners or we have our virtual banners, which I did not switch as yet. So we have lots of different opportunities where, persons may not have enough space to put up where we have our manual banners, but you can also use your personal. And we also have make sure when you're hosting, you're in a setting where it is quiet. Right now, you can hear right now, it is super quiet, right? I make sure that there's no activity behind me, there's no activity around me. It could also distract me as presenting to you this morning, as training you. It could also distract me. It can distract you if there are certain things going on in the background. So it's a great time. Usually where I am, we have construction going on all week. So it's a perfect time for me this morning, as it's a Saturday morning here, that I can present here this morning and have my background quiet. So I absolutely love that. Make sure that there's no interruptions. As I said, your kids, your pets may be coming up to you all the time, wanting your attention. So make sure that you're able to have someone look at them or have them in another room, things like that. And again, you can share about the city. So I'm tuning in right now from Pickering, Ontario in Canada. It's very, very rainy. It's been rainy for the past 24 hours, which is very damp outside. I don't really like that, but it is what it is. So I'm sharing that with you. I also share the time with you. Saturday morning here is after 10 a.m. If you are unable to host the call, it is your responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that you find a replacement, right? You can always let your My5 know, the leaders know, make sure that Danny knows, call Ivy, make sure you call someone, Mr. Nelia, let someone know that something came up, emergencies come up all the time, and you're not able to host the call. I actually had something that came up last night, and I was like in a way where I'm not sure if I'll be able to host this call, but you know what? I made sure that I put the time to make it work, because everything was there already set for me to host the call. So you have to know how to structure yourself. Sometimes things do come up and it may interrupt your time, but you have to put in the time to get on the phone, get into the chats, and let someone be able to fill in for you. If it's too late, we'll find a way to work around that, because the call is already posted out there that this will be happening, and people are looking forward to come on the training to make sure someone is there to do that. So I just want to share all of those details with you. You also have your host duties. So your host duties, whereas you host the weekly corporate calls, we have the Monday night call, which is the product crossfire call with our SVP and with David Okamoto. So you want to make sure that you're promoting those calls. As host, there is other responsibilities besides showing up and hosting the person that will be presenting or training. You want to make sure you're promoting these calls. Life is busy every single day. People have, kids, pets, work, responsibilities, distraction, stress, depression. There's so many things people are dealing with daily that sometime you might see a reminder of a call 5 hours ago, but so many things happen within the last hour that you got completely distracted and you forgot. So it is always nice when you're able to constantly send out those reminders in the chats and remind people that, hey, this amazing training will be coming up soon. Make sure that you tune in, make sure that you're there, and it reminds them. A lot of times, it's great when I'm messaging people or calling them. A call will start in 30 minutes. But guess what? Something came up and then I go on the call and they're not there. What happened? Oh, something came up. I got distracted. I went out. You should have messaged me 5 minutes before. So I know that you need to message somebody or call them 5 minutes before the call to get them and make sure that they're on. So these are great for your team, or again, for your prospects. We have our Tuesday night call, which is done, the Forensic Networker call, which is amazing, amazing training, is done by the CEO himself. If he does not do it, we have our other top leaders, Mr. Nelia and such, Mr. Rico from the Philippines. We have so many leaders that take over these calls to make sure that we are getting our weekly training in, our Saturday live training, which you are all on right now, which is amazing. And also we have our Sunday leadership cocktail call. So this is a great call because I know since it started, I've been absolutely enjoying it. It's a way for me to enjoy my Sunday morning coffee. If it's evening for you, then you can enjoy other beverages. while you enjoy the stories shared about each one of the leaders, how they've started, where they're at right now, and where they're going in the future when it comes to Opulence Global. So make sure to promote the calls, promote them on Opulence Nation. There's an Opulence Nation Facebook group and also WhatsApp chat. As I keep saying, there's many chats that we're part of, and make sure that you're constantly promoting these calls because it's important to you, it's important to trainers, it's important to the company. Okay, so we have some host tips here for you. Mute yourself and turn off your camera as soon as you're finished speaking. So as you can see, I already know Elijah is doing an amazing job, hosting. I think this is his first time hosting. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, forgive me. But as soon as he's finished introducing me, he do what he has to do. He turns off his camera and allow me to get started, right? Because he's allowing me to do the training for you so you can be focused upon what I am saying, what I'm presenting to you. So try to mute off that while the training is going on, we're not hearing other disturbance in the background. So it's up to you again as host to pay attention to make sure your mic is off and on, your camera is on when you need to, or it's off when you need to. So these are the things you need to pay attention to have a great flow in the call. Welcome and encourage attendees. Ask them to write in the chat, where they're tuning in from. Sometimes you can even ask, there's more time there. How is the weather? How is things going there? That kind of thing. Have some interaction, interact with the persons that is attending the call. Sometimes they're new on the call and they don't want to say much. There's times that I was new on a call at the beginning. You don't want to say much. You're shy, you're barely saying anything. So it's nice when you're interacting. Ask questions, as I said. It's all about interacting with each other, keep their hands down. So sometimes while we're having trainings going, a lot of times people are having questions as the training is going, which in question is okay, but they constantly put their hands up, and little things that we may be seeing from this end may cause a distraction. So it's up to you to keep their hands down. Have your questions ready, and when we're ready for the Q&A, then you can always ask that at the end of the training. So this is why it's always important to have a pen and paper to make notes, to write that down. So at least you have that there. You can skip the names that you can't pronounce. We are a global business, right? We're a global company, and everyone around the world, so many people have names that we cannot pronounce because of different countries they live in, different ethnicity, right? It's normal. We're humans. We're not supposed to know everything right away. So you can skip the names, or you can always ask the person if you're saying it right, and they'll give you a thumbs up. Sometimes I do that if I'm not saying it right. Just give me a thumbs up. Am I saying it right? If I'm not, I apologize, right? So also you can share the excitement and the comments in the chat, the announce where people are tuning in from. Again, we are a global business. Someone new that is coming on this call right now, they may not always know that. A lot of time we're talking to people and they think we're a Canadian business. We just operate only in Canada. And then they realize that we are so widely spread, right? So it's great when you're announcing in the chat that, we have Africa on the line, we have the Philippines, we have all these other countries and territories that is joining in. People are like, especially the new persons, like, really, wow, this is amazing. So share that, keep engaging with your audience. Again, you have here before the call, have knowledge of how to use Zoom. So tune in earlier, log in earlier. When I start hosting, I was always so, not always nervous, but I was nervous at the beginning to start, because sometimes, even now, there's so much going on when it comes to Zoom. It's beyond our control. We can control when we're sitting in a room full with people, but right now, if something goes on with Zoom, we can't always control it. We don't know how to handle things. So you don't want, when you're getting on and you already have attendees here, you're trying to find out, okay, how you do this, how you do that, right? And ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You have your My5. That is what your My5 is about. If anyone doesn't know, I constantly ask questions, and I make sure I'm always texting, my upline, Mr. Renee. I would ask him the questions. How do we do this? How do we do that? How, maybe I ask him the same questions 5 times, even if he gets tired of that, which he never says that. I make sure I want to have knowledge of it, because when I come in front here, just to make sure I'm starting the training, or when I'm presenting, or I'm even hosting, I want to make sure that I'm well equipped and I know what to do next. So log in early. If it's half an hour early, it's your time. You log in and put the time into learning how to use Zoom, or it could be other days. Just log in and try to figure out how things are working, right? And make sure to have your username and password always. As a host, you would have different username and password depending on which calls you're doing. And it's always great to make sure that you are asking, again, corporate or your upline, is this what I have to log in with? Is this what I have to use? Because sometimes you may have a username for another call. Here it is, you're logging in 10 minutes, 5 minutes earlier, and there's a whole line of people waiting for you to log in so that they can join the call. So these are tips I'm sharing with you that you need to make sure that you have and prepared for. Have the script ready. Have the script ready. So again, Elijah had my edification ready, so he could have introduced me right away for us to get the call started. They'll sit there and be lost, and it's like, I don't know what to do. Make sure you know that you're hosting this call. You have to know who you're hosting and what get their edification beforehand, basically, so that you can go over it and have that flow. So these are always great things to do. Again, read the bio of the guest, the speaker, the trainer, whoever it is. You make sure that you're comfortable in reading that. And don't forget to always announce the promotions and the next event. This happens at the end of the call. If people are tuning in a lot earlier and you have extra time there while you're waiting for the trainer to come on, you can always start announcing. Sometimes we do that, but make sure that it's something that you always announce at the end of the call, the next promotion, the next event that's coming. So here we go. Again, log in 15 minutes early to start the call. As a host, you do not want to log in, a few minutes before the time. You have a line of people that is there. People will log in 15 minutes before even to wait for the call. As I said, life gets busy. Sometimes people log in, they're going around doing their things, taking care of their kids, maybe feeding their pet or their family, and they will come back. They're listening and waiting until that call starts, right? I do that when I'm tuning into other calls. I make sure I'm logging in and I'm waiting for the call to get started. So it's great when people come online that the host is already there. So that is absolutely important for you to do. Again, review the bio of the host and the script. Log in 30 minutes earlier. I went through this on the previous slide, and make sure you're constantly welcoming everyone that is coming on the call. You don't want to just welcome some, not welcome the other. Of course, when the call starts, whoever's tuning in after, you can always acknowledge them at the end of the training. So again, share the announcements, share the next event, and encourage guests to try the products, right? Remember, our company carries fashion, health, beauty, personal care. You want to make sure you're telling people to make sure to try the product, right? Maybe they attend this training this morning. They don't know we're carrying all these amazing products. So it's always great to encourage that, especially while you're sharing the promotion. So you have your welcome script, which basically tells you everything that I've been saying from the time I started this training, right? In a way that you will say, welcome to your valued guest. My name is, as what Elijah had started with, and it's an honor to be hosting this call tonight, right? So I love the fact that our company has so many different scripts for every area that you need to be trained on. So you're not just sitting there, what do I say? What do I say? It's so simple. Just look at the script right now. All you need to do is fill in your name, and you continue to launch your call to welcome your guests, to welcome your attendees, and welcome partners too. When leaders are on the call, make sure that you're always acknowledging your leaders. It's great for you. It's great for the persons on the call, and extremely great for the leaders to be acknowledged. They're not here as leaders just because they've come a very far way. They've joined us just the same way that you and I did. And it's great when you acknowledge your leaders too. So these are all in welcoming. When you have your welcome script and you're reading it out, you say that, and then you also go right into welcoming everyone, right? And you can also put, as I said, the script speaks for itself. You're putting in your name, you just put in the year or the month or the time that you've joined the company, and this is basically it. 2 minutes. We like to keep things at 2 minutes. Introductory 2 minutes. You have a testimonial to share. Someone has testimonial to share, takes 2 minutes. You don't want to ever go over your time, especially if you're hosting a call and you have your CEO on the call and you're going 5-6 minutes with the introductory. Keep it within the 2 minutes so that the training can get going. All right, we don't want to have our CEO or our leaders just sitting there and waiting for that amount of time. So as we say, keep it within your 2 minutes gap. So after the tour, frequently ask questions, prompt guests to ask questions. Do you have any question for us this morning? You know, a lot of times people get on a call and maybe they have questions. They're not sure if they want to ask it, or sometimes people just get on the call for the fact of being on the call, right? So you want to get their interaction with them, you know, make sure that you're trying to pull that out of them. Do you have anything to add? Feedback is great also. You know, maybe they don't have a question, but maybe there's something to add. So it's great to always make sure that you're asking questions. As the host, it is for you to do, and make sure that you hype that call. Your call is just finished or the training just finished. You hype it. Wow, what an amazing call. What an amazing tour, you know, an amazing presentation, whatever it is that you're hosting. You want to make sure that you are giving that hype, right? Remember, it is your, whatever that job is for you within that hour, that 2 hour or 3 hour, you want to really put out 100% there. So close the sale also. So close the sale by offering choices. Either way, the person who invited you to this call or has someone recommended you on how to launch your own Opulence global business, on which products you'd like to start with. So this is what we call closing the sale. You know, you're making sure you put out there to someone that you are able to, they're able actually, you know, to start getting their business going, or maybe they just want to try the products first. Either way, it is totally amazing. So you want to encourage them to get started on the products. And how can they get the products, right? Maybe they saw a poster and they just came on the call, but not sure how to get the product. So now you can guide them, have them ask questions. Maybe they'll type in, I'm new to this call. I don't know. How do I get the products? Is there a link? Is there someone I talk to? I'm in, you know, this country or this state. So you want to make sure that you're always trying to close the sale when a call is finished. Talk about our VIP rewards program. So our VIP rewards program is where persons are allowed to just purchase the product to try it, right? And they absolutely love that. I mean, to have an you know, outlet like the VIP program where persons can get on, sign in, put in, you know, their information and be able to choose anytime they want products, that is amazing. So that is a great way to show them that. I'll take a pause for a sip of water, and Elijah, I'll welcome you back for a moment.
Wow. Thank you so much. What an amazing training. I think I'm learning so much, and I know many of us here are learning quite a lot. Feel free to ask a question. We have the Q&A. Just feel free and put your question there. It will be responded to. And we thank you, all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can see we are tuning in from different countries around the world. Thank you so much. Drusilla is back. Please take it off.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Sometimes we talk all the time, we forget to take a pause and take a sip of water. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Hydrate, right? So that's always a great one. So we always have the Build Assist program. The Build Assist program is absolutely amazing. One moment, I just need to move my camera over. The Build Assist program is absolutely amazing. You want to make sure that you promote. And why you do that? Because it's a great way to help you to build your business. Again, not every time we assume that everyone knows about the Build Assist program, but what's going on and, you know, all the discounts. So it's always great to continue promoting that. Share the events, business news, updates, also, you know, again, your Build Assist promotion. So this is a great tool to always make sure to utilize. Closing words, invite your guests to connect with us on social media. Now, this is another great one. Do you know how many partners, new partners, or persons do not know that we have our social media outlets that they can come, they can join. All you do, you just click to be invited, and we will have, and someone will make sure the person that is in charge of that Facebook page or group, they will add you. They do not know that we have the Fountain of Life official. We have almost 20,000 testimonials on that product. We have for Fairy Flawless. We have for every product in our company. We have groups there that you could go, you can visit, you can see for yourself. Sometimes people just want to see what other people are giving a testimonial about, not just what you're saying. So it's a great way. Invite them to those social media groups and share, you know, say thank you to all the partners and guests here tonight. We're looking forward to see you in all the Opulence Nation family Facebook pages. So again, we have different pages. Make sure that you invite them and welcome all your new brand partners, because sometimes doing this call here today, we've had partners that just signed up yesterday, that just signed up, you know, last week or this week. They're fairly new to our company, to our call. So make sure to welcome them, make them feel great that they've joined an amazing company. If you decide to launch your own Opulence business tonight, this store happens 5 nights a week. So again, you are reminding them that there's another training happening. So we have here is Saturday. So we also have our cocktail leadership that's happening tomorrow, Sunday morning. Well, morning for us here in Canada. And also we have a training going on Monday night, on Tuesday night. So make sure that you're elaborating. People are making notes. At least they know when is the next call, when is the next training. So again, great tools for you to know and you to learn. And you say, I am sure a brand partner who referred you is expecting your feedback. So sometimes people are inviting other people to the call, like I may be busy, but I will tell, you know, John, please attend this call. It's coming this time. And maybe I had an appointment that time, so I may not be there on the call, but the person who is attending to that call is welcoming them and also reminding them, get back to the person who invited you to this call, because sometimes they attend a call and it's like, well, what's next, right? They will ask themselves, what's next? So you want to make sure you keep on reiterating when it comes to those points. So person, you're guiding them basically just over the call. As a host, you're guiding them of what to do next. We have here for our qualified presenter program overview. So a lot of times we have so many partners come forward and they want to become a qualified presenter. That is great. So we've talked about becoming a qualified host. Now we're going into a qualified presenter. So qualified presenter, which is the QT program, is designed to help partners practice and develop new skills to present products, host calls, and conduct business presentations successfully. In order to participate, you need to be a lifestyle advisor and above, right? Also, you can submit your host form from your back office. So you can do it through your back office, or you can also reach out to corporate, as I said, Danny, or reach out to your My5. There's different ways that you can do your submission. Learn how to use the Zoom functions. So again, as a presenter, you also have your roles that you're playing, and also must have your host for at least 1 month. Exactly what Elijah is doing right now. He would be host for the month. I think it's either 2 weeks or a month. So you'd be host for the month. When I got chosen to be host of the month, I got chosen to be host for 2 months in a row. So just imagine that. When I started and I saw I got, host for July and August, I was like, oh my gosh, can I be able to do it? But you know what? Practice does make perfect. And I was able to start then by hosting corporate calls and to continue for 2 months straight. So it was fun. It became fun for me. It became amazing. It became something that I look forward to, and I absolutely miss it when I couldn't do it anymore. But of course, you have to leave space for other persons to do it. And I love the fact that our company, again, has this program that you're able to get that chance to host and to practice and to present, not just by yourself, but alongside, great leaders. So again, must be host of the month and send in the videos of your tour that you have done to get your certification. So we did experience this where persons are doing the presentation, they did not make a submission, but a call to say, well, am I certified? We don't know, or maybe Danny don't know, just for the fact that you did not send in anything to corporate. So how did they know? So these are the things that are very important. Once you start to present, make sure it is recorded, and recording is very important. So make sure it's recorded so you can send in to get your certification. I hope that part is clear. So we have your corporate certified QP will apply for spots on corporate calendar. Again, in the back office, it is there that you can apply to be host for 2 weeks, be host for the month. In this way now, if you are a QP, you will receive Opulence points. What do you do with points? Go shopping, of course. I love to use my points. It's free stuff that I get to use and wear and show. So you get your points. Also host and present and also present 1 5 week, sorry, I'm getting a pop-up. One of the 5 weekly corporate tours. So you can also make sure to host those, and which is great. You host and you can also present one of those or present many of those. It all depends. So the QP makes $20 an hour for and free products for doing presentations, for example. The Monday business tour at 7 p.m., you get 2,000 Opulence points. Again, you're getting those points that you can go into your back office and you can use back for getting free products. So non-certified presenters and trainers can also click and you can do the hosting, you can do the presentations, but you will not be paid. You're only getting paid if you're certified. Again, the QT program. So this is for the qualified trainers. Now the overview. Qualified trainer QT program is designed to develop leaders and presenters to become trainers globally. So just think about that now. You've went from a qualified host to a qualified presenter, now a qualified trainer, which is great. Upgrade, right? I absolutely love that. And this is why I always say I love the stepping stones that Opulence Global offers, because you're not just here and you're stuck at one situation, not doing anything or one position. It's up to you if you want to stay there, but there's always room to grow. And I absolutely love that. So in order to qualify, you need to be at least a lifestyle director, an LE1 and above, must have been a host for a month, and also must be certified as a QP, so a qualified presenter. Qualified trainers QT will be badged and paid professionally. So again, that's the badge, and you all will also be paid for when you're doing trainings, which is amazing. And this can also be globally. So certified QT incentive, corporate qualified QT will apply for spots on the corporate calendar in the back office. So this you can find in the back office. Again, if there's something that you're looking for and you can find it, you can also, again, utilize your My5, reach out to your My5 and find out how you can find things, how you can apply, how you can get things done, right? Maybe there's something that you want to do, you're not sure if the company offers it. Again, reach out to your My5 and find out. So if you are a QT, you will receive the Opulence currency. QT earns up to $40 an hour in Opulence currency and also for training. For example, Monday product training calls, that is 8 p.m. That is our product crossfire call. You have your Saturday at 10 a.m. training is $40, which is right now. And also you have the leaders make up the $75 an hour in the Opulence currency for training. So it basically tells you all here, it's very straightforward of when you reach these ranks, how you get paid. So I absolutely love that. Again, we have 5 weekly corporate tours, you have your weekly tours, and et cetera, et cetera. All right, so I want to thank you for hosting our monthly call. So you always say thank you for hosting the calls. I hope this information was very valuable to you all this morning. And I'm just looking to stop sharing and get my screen up. I hope the training was very valuable to everyone. If you have any questions, ask. If there's something you want to share, ask. Well, who is ready right now to become a qualified host, a qualified presenter, and a qualified trainer? Who is ready? Who is ready to get going? And you put your hands up if you have anything that you want to add or share. I see that we're good on time. I went through that very quickly, hopefully not too quick, and you were able to take some notes, and you were also able to follow along nicely. So I will welcome back my amazing, amazing host this morning, Elijah. And Elijah, I'll leave it to you. Let's see if we have any questions or anyone would like to add anything. Welcome.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Drusilla. You are such an amazing trainer. I say so because I'm a retired teacher and I've just been listening to you. You are amazing. Thank you so much. I've really, I was so engaged in writing everything you are saying. So I think next time I'll be a very good host. Thank you all of us who have been here. Thank you. I can see comments right now. Let me just read a few comments that are coming in right away. I'll start with the latest. This is from Rennie. She says, I'm hosting for the first time next week. Wow, welcome so much. That's amazing. So this is, it says, so this training came in at perfect time. True, I agree. That is very, very right. Thank you so much. Drew, make it look so easy. Yeah, that's Rico. Rico, thank you. I recognize you. Thank you so much. Mavi says, thank you, Drusilla. Awesome training. Many comments are coming in. I tell you, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, Tony says, greetings from Barbados, Opulence family. Wonderful, that is good. More messages are coming in. Good stuff from Michael Matthews. Wonderful, thank you so much. I'm still waiting to see if you have any question. I can't see any. I'm just trying to check and I cannot see any question. Okay. Maybe I may want to ask Drusilla. Okay, if let's say I'm trying to start the meeting, there is another meeting maybe that is running. How do I go about that? Do I stop the meeting that is going on? Because as a host, I tried logging in and I was being told there's another meeting going on. How does somebody do that? How do you handle that?
If you're hosting a call and you're logging in and it's showing another meeting is going on, that means you're probably not logging in on the right meeting that you're supposed to. Because one thing I know with Opulence Global is that we have different login for different calls. Simply even me trying to log in the call this morning, because I was actually joining the call this morning for you to add me, it was giving me some issues. But that is probably because of the way I was logging in and probably with Zoom. But I do know we have different logins and different passcodes for different call. So this is why earlier I mentioned that when hosting a call, you always have to make sure that you have the right login, the right passwords and everything that is ready, and also test it out. Go in before, test it out the night before, the day before the call, even half an hour before the call. Make sure that you can go in and you can test it out to make sure that it is right. Sometimes we think we have the right codes and or right login, and I just get on the call, it's not working. So I message Ivy quickly or message Danny or even Mr. Renee said, this is not working. You know, somebody is there to help you, and they send it quick. Honestly, I don't know if Ivy ever sleeps, because at any time you're messaging Ivy and you go, Ivy, I need a code. I'm freaking out. I'm supposed to get on the call like right now, and it's not working. Boop, in like 2 seconds. She sends you back a code and you log in and you get it. So if at any time that isn't working, just make sure that you're logging into the right call, because it has happened before that we may be using a code for a past call, and we're trying to use that for a future call, that it would not work because the codes change every now and then. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mavis, for your compliment. I receive it with a lot of gratitude. Thank you.
We also
Shona.
have hands up. We have Sister Ifra Hassan hands is up.
Yes, yes. Let me allow her to. Okay. Let me allow her to say something. Just a moment. Okay. Yes, let the comments keep coming.
I can unmute her.
Yeah, please.
I've just, yes.
Thank you.
Hello, hello. Good morning, my sister Drusilla. Good evening, my brother Elijah. What a call it's happening here. First of all, I want to congratulate you, Elijah, for being such an amazing host. I remember meeting you back in December in Kenya, and we were playing with you and telling you, you know what, you are going to be the next LD4. And I put my LD4 pin on you. If you remember that, you actually inspired me. Now I started wearing it on Zoom. Before I would forget it. When I saw you hosting it and you wearing it every day, I was like, I gotta put on my pin there. So proud of your leadership, my brother. And of course, my sister Drusilla, I want to thank you. Rico is absolutely right when he said you make it look so easy. The reality is it's not. It's not. It's actually the first time you do it, you are going to freak out. Okay, you don't know where to look. Do you look at the chat? Do you look at the camera? Where do you look? Okay, so this is why I highly, highly recommend each and every one of you, no matter how you think your English may not be as good or you're not good with technology, please push yourself. Until you push yourself from your comfort zone, you will never see the success that you are looking for, right? People always say to me, Ifrah, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, I'm still about the same rank, what's going on? And I tell them, it's because you haven't developed enough, okay? Yeah. I remember when I started doing it in 2020, I did it just like my sister Drusilla, 2 months back to back. I promise you, I was not the same anymore. So if you're looking for that thing, that magic, that secret, this is it. Sign yourself up. There you go. My sister Amueno is saying that as well, right? She was freaking out. Exactly. So if you want that next level of income, that next level of respect, that next level of leadership, this is the place to start. Become a host, become a presenter, and definitely go for a trainer, right? I mean, look at all the perks that come with being a qualified trainer, traveling the world. I know my sister Drusilla came back from Guyana not long ago, right? You see me what I do around, right? It all started with a host. So I just want to emphasize, don't take this lightly. It was a little bit short presentation, but believe me, it's not light. It's what's going to take you to that next level. That's all I wanted to say. And my sister Drusilla, I'm so, so proud of you. The way that you, number one, are a product of the product. I look at you, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta, match with my sister. I gotta put my game on, right? Product of the product, the amazing professionalism, your confidence. I have seen you grow as well, right? I've watched you grow as well into this powerhouse. So proud of you. And I just wanted to thank you and just wanted to share those few words.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you. I so appreciate you. And yes, I totally I resonate with everything that you say, because we all start from some place. And it did help me to grow my confidence. And, you know, just to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, this is why, if you heard me right, I kept repeating, you're my five, or reach out to leaders. You know, when I was traveling to market my business, I've been to Ghana many times, yes, but just on vacation. I reached out to my sister Ifra, because she did it before me. And I said, I am going to promote our products there and our business there. You know, I need your advice. What do I do? And she gives me steps and give me, you know, so many different nuggets that I can use to help me to go down there to do that. Yes, I was doing business here in Canada. This is how we started out, but now I'm approaching another country. And I wanted to talk to someone and learn from someone who has been there and done that, or who is doing that, who is there in that rank of doing that. So, you know, I love the fact that we are able to have this outlet to all these amazing leaders, and to be able, again, to grow. And I'll share something with you here this morning. I'm sorry. Not sure why you didn't, if the call is connected to my computer. I took care of that before we started the call. Again, when you think that you got it all handled, and it didn't. Sorry. So let me make sure that I have everything closed off, because I've already done that earlier, but I'm not sure why. I've put it on Do Not Disturb. Okay. All right, wonderful. As I was saying, one thing that not much people know, or no one probably knows, is because when our qualified host program started, and also the presenters program, let's start with the host. I was nominated by someone in our company, one of our leaders, and I did not know. I saw my name there, and our CEO had just started the whole program. So I always wanted to do this. I wanted to do this a year before. And I used to watch other leaders hosting and presenting, and I wanted to do it. And I'll want to do it, and then I back down. And I saw my name on the calendar. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't put my name? Someone nominated me. And guess what? I was ready. And then our PowerPoint changed. They changed the PowerPoint, they upgraded the PowerPoint. Guess what I did? So I took my name off. I went and I took my name off. Right? This is my true story of that, because I got nervous. I'm like, okay, I thought I knew the PowerPoint. Now the PowerPoint has changed. This is during the pandemic, by the way, that I used the time to, you know, make use of our time just being home. But I took my name off. I got in a panic. I'm like, no, I don't think I can do this. I'm going to go and present, and I'm mumbling and I don't know what I'm saying. So what I did when I took my name off, I spent that week attending 15 presentations. I program my time on my phone. I get on, and as I said, it was a new presentation. So I attended all Mr. René Liao's presentation. I attended Steph-wise. I attended everyone that was global, that was doing the calls. I attended everyone. I was even setting my phone to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, because there were other leaders on the other side of the world, outside of the globe, that was doing the presentation when it was daytime there, but it was 3 a.m. here. So I would have my computer and everything on the bed, my books, and I'll make sure I set my alarm. I wake up and I would be taking notes. I would be recording. I have my phone and I'm recording while they're presenting, and I would take notes. So I put the time into that, because I wanted to make sure once I started, I'm able to, you know, be as good, or, you know, be good at what I'm doing. So you have to put in the time and put in the effort into it. Don't just be there like, I don't know if I can do it, and I didn't know if I could do it, but I wanted to learn how to do it. So I got on, and my sister Ifra was also presenting. So I went and I took notes from our leaders to make sure that I'm able to do that. So you have to put in the time. Yet when I started hosting, of course, I was nervous. I was getting cold sweat and having some jitters, but you get over that eventually. And God forbid, when you start hosting corporate calls, I remember reading out the edification for our CEO, and I was super nervous about it. I apologize. I'm not sure I'm having a glitch on my computer. I keep turning it off, but it's still coming in. So as I was saying that, that was my story. So I got back, I put my name back on the list 1 week later, and I went into hosting and I started hosting, which was amazing, right? So here I am today, that I was able to, conquer that, get over my fears, and become a qualified host, a qualified presenter, and now a qualified trainer. So it may look easy as the way that we do present it to you, but you need to put in some work also, and it gets easier over time. As I always say, in anything in life, we need to put in the time and the effort, and eventually we will get there when we want to be. Thank you so much. I got to share that. So I see Mr. Roland on the call. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Rico's hand was up. Let me allow him to say something. Rico, please unmute.
Hi, Elijah. Hi, Drusilla, and to all of our partners all around the world. I did really enjoy this training. Yes, thank you so much, Drusilla, for that amazing training. And I just want to add up to what Ifra was saying. She was right on that you should take the challenge, especially if you want to grow your business. This is another skill that is very, very important in order for you to grow yourself and to grow your business. You know, I remember the first time I did my presentation, I was kind of shaking, I was kind of nervous. And whenever I am nervous, I speak very fast. And the first presentation I did, it was just a 5-minute presentation, but no one clapped. So, it was embarrassing actually during that time. But just like you, Drusilla, what you were sharing with us, I wanted to make sure that my second time will not be embarrassing. And so what I did was I prepared for it. I learned about it. And yes, and then the second time is better than the first one. And then the third time is better than the second one. And so on and on it goes. And now you see Drusilla doing an amazing job right now, but you have to understand that it's a process. You have to take the first step, the second step, until you become a master of this skill. And I also remember what was said: by teaching, you will learn, and by learning, you will teach. Okay, so this really gave me a great opportunity for me to be familiar with all of the topics when it comes to this training, the opportunity, the products. So this will really enrich you, not just as a partner, but as a person. So I would encourage each and everyone that is on the call, book your slots for the host of the month, for the qualified presenter, for the qualified trainer, because it will really enrich you. And as you enrich yourselves, then naturally your business will also grow, because you will be able to share these things also with your team. So I can't help but, emphasize the importance of this training. Thank you so much, Drusilla, for doing an amazing job. And, I just enjoy watching you and listening to you. And same to you, Elijah. You did an amazing hosting job. Especially, you look very professional. I love it. And thank you so much for this amazing training.
Thank you so much, Rico. I absolutely appreciate you. And Rico, you're one of the persons that I look up to. I know we've never met person to person, but I always feel like I know you. And this is what I love about our business, is the fact that it allows you to connect, whether it's across the globe, it allows you to connect and to get to learn. So I get to learn so much from you, daily and weekly, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Drusilla.
You're welcome. Okay,
Thank
wonderful.
you. Thank you so much. That's quite encouraging. Ronan says, everyone I know that achieved greatness in our industry was a great host, presenter, and trainer. Kelly says, it's a great personal and professional. Now that one I'm not able to read. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your comments. They are so encouraging. And it was just nice being your host today. I want to specifically thank Drusilla so much for that very well planned training that was delivered in a very simple and clear way. I'm so happy that I was here today. And I want to thank all the other leaders who are on this call for those great comments, encouragements that you have given us, and even to wish my next host success. And just to say that don't fear, Now, at least you have somewhere to begin. And all our partners, thank you so much for being in this call, attending all the calls for the time I've been hosting. I just want to thank you so much. I could not maybe specifically thank all of you, but I want to say thank you very much. If you allow me, I'll just bring the announcement, then we close this call. So allow me just to bring the announcements.
Yes, as you're pulling up the announcements, I just
Yes.
wanted to share and also give a shout out to my mentor and my upline, Mr. Rene Liao, because one thing I didn't get to share in that time is that one of the things that you can do, ladies and gentlemen, every time when I just start hosting and start presenting, actually not with my hosting, with my presenting, every time I finish presenting, and this is the first few times, I will call Mr. Rene Liao first, actually, and I will ask him to be on the call. I always invited him to be on the call that I will be presenting. After the presentation is finished, I call him and I say, how was it? How was it? Or do I need to improve on anything? And he's very straightforward with me, as he would say, you know, where you can show more energy, where you can lighten up a bit, or you can smile a bit, right? These are the tips, the little things that brings, you know, your presence more lively when persons are attending a presentation and they're looking at you. You're the person that is there, that they're listening to, that they're looking, they're watching your body language. And these are the things that help me to grow. So this is why I continue to repeat your My 5, because I made sure I look at the steps of how I can grow and for the persons who can help me grow. So I've mentioned names as my sister, Freddie, you know, Mr. Rico and Rene Liao, as I always say, I'm giving a big shout out to him because he have guided me, you know, along the way as in helping me, but he didn't know that I needed help or needed that guidance or assistance, right? Our leaders can't just know that. So you need to reach out to them. So I reached out and he was there on every call. And he let me know what I need to improve in, what I need to bring to the table as a presenter. And I want to thank him for that. So Rene Liao, thank you so much for always guiding me and being my mentor and being so amazing when it comes to Opulence Global, that you're always there to help me and to help everyone. So thank you. All right, so I'll pass it back to you, our wonderful host, Elijah. Elijah, I'm not sure if you're ready for the announcements. I can see your screen, but we can't hear you.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. So let me just bring the announcements quickly. Okay, my screen. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So the first announcement here is our monthly leadership cocktail that is here now. And you know what? Ifra Hassan is going to be our presenter. She's lifestyle director 4. This is going to happen on the 9th of July. A wonderful cocktail. I wouldn't want any one of you to miss. Please make sure you are in this cocktail. I also want to bring this announcement about our Freedom Conference that is here. The Freedom Conference is starting actually on the 15th of September up to 16th. This is our meeting again. You don't want to miss. Can you imagine? We shall be having great men and women, great leaders, including our very own CEO and President, Ramin Mesgalo, and our Senior Vice President, Sanaz. And we have great leaders like Rene, Ifra, Reza. All these are going to be our guests. They are going to be sharing in this great Freedom Conference. The tickets are now going for $199. And if you miss on this, then you'll have to pay the full amount of $249. That's from September 1st. This event is also laced with other activities that I wouldn't want to preempt, but please, if you have not gotten your card, your ticket, please make sure you have the ticket because it's a meeting of its kind and you don't want to miss this. So allow me also to bring the next one is about our lifestyle directors celebrate love with us, the North America cruise. This is a cruise that you don't want to miss. It's starting in February 12th to 16th, 2024. You know, I happen to have attended the one that just ended this year. And let me tell you, I purposed that I'll not miss any other cruise. So please, the cards are now going, the tickets are now going for $850. That's for the early bird. That's ranging between June 17th to September 30th. After that, you'll pay the regular amount of $950. Let me tell you, I'm looking forward to this. Shall we meet there? And then we have our forensic networker meeting. And something else, just before we end the call, let me tell you that our Build Assist promotion is on and it's been extended to 2nd of July. Please make sure you utilize this facility. And all other announcements, you'll get them in our social media. Please remember to go to the Facebook, remember to go to Instagram, and all our social media platforms, you'll be able to get all these announcements. Thank you so much and have a wonderful morning or a wonderful day. I just want us to end in our style and we say one team, one dream to the billion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here this morning for this amazing training that I get the chance to do. So I want to thank you for being here this morning. Thank you to all our leader, Mr. Ronan. I just want to give a shout out to you also. I know we have so much leaders on the call. I don't get to go through the list when we're training, but I know you're all on, and thank you always for the support that you share with me and with us here. I want to thank Elijah for hosting me this morning. It's been absolutely amazing. I enjoyed this experience with you. So thank you so much, Elijah. And as he says, one team, one dream to the billions, everyone. Don't forget the cocktail leadership call tomorrow with my amazing sister, Ifra. This is going to be so exciting. So share and invite and remind your team that the call starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time in the morning. Well, morning for us. Make sure to share the right time zones and we'll see you there. Take care, everyone. Take care, partners and leaders. Have a good day. Bye-bye.